Fifth Sunday of Easter, April 28th, 2024. As we continue to live our Easter experience, discovering the presence of the risen Christ in the words of Scripture, as well as in our own lived experience, we look at the life of the early church and the first Christians, as related in the Acts of the Apostles. It was Barnabas who fostered the welcome and acceptance of St. Paul into the community of the apostles. These so-called veterans did not believe that the persecutor of the first Christians was now a believer who boldly proclaimed his own experience of the risen Christ who spoke to him. It took time, but they welcomed him. Hooray for St. Barnabas. Because of the intense preparation, witness, and God's grace, many parish communities have welcomed new members through the sacraments of baptism and confirmation. How many received the Eucharist for the first time? How many persons are now members of our parish families? We welcome them and wish to know them. How many persons have moved into our own neighborhoods? Can you be a Barnabas to welcome them? Let them know of our parish? Did you ever think you have a mission to be a Barnabas? You do. John tells us in his letter to be doers of the word, to love not in word or in speech, but in deed and in truth. We talk the talk, but do we walk the walk? Last week, a friend called me and asked if I knew a priest in the neighborhood where a health aide wanted to embrace the Catholic faith due to the faith example of her dying patient and those who surrounded her. I called a priest friend in a parish in her area where I know they are a welcoming community. My friend took the initiative, calling me, and now we introduce her friend to her future community. We are one in the Lord. The popular hymn, "They'll know we are Christians by our love," is to be lived in our faith communities. Is it? Do I go out of my way to thank God for this growth as we welcome new members, or the return of those who have been away for a while? Perhaps the image Jesus uses today will help. The source of our faith, life, grace, is the vine. The vine grower is our God. We are the branches in whom the power of grace resides to produce fruit. Look for a moment at the flowers in the sanctuary. They look nice, but are death-bound because they are cut flowers, cut free from the life of the vine. The vine transmits God's life to us, and he asks us constantly in the Gospel of John, "Remain in me." John underlines the need as he states, "Without me, you can do nothing." St. Paul adds, "I can do all things in him who strengthens me." We think the words of Jesus today, reminding us to ask for whatever we need, and it will be done for us. We go constantly to him as beggars. What is the Lord asking of you? It is to go and bear fruit that will last. What is he asking of me today? He comes also to us as a beggar. For some, it is to be a Barnabas. For others, it is to be apostle, welcoming Jesus who comes to meet them. For us all, it is to live our faith as true witnesses and share our faith with them. One day, the Lord will ask, "What have you done for him?" How will you respond? A recent writer told me, to get into heaven, you need a letter of recommendation from the poor. Who is waiting to write your letter? Hooray for Barnabas.